In May 1963, Birmingham, Alabama was edging toward a race war. Images of the city's police using dogs and high-pressure fire hoses to assault hundreds of protesting black youth were televised across the country, thrusting America's racial crisis to the forefront of public awareness. Near midnight on Saturday, May 11th, a series of bombs exploded at the hotel where Martin Luther King Jr. had been staying. The bombings brought thousands into the streets, where they battled police into the early hours of the morning. The violence in Birmingham set off a wave of demonstrations in cities across the country. James Baldwin's prophetic warning in The Fire Next Time, published just a few months earlier, seemed on the verge of being realized. After 2 years of equivocating on the problem of race, President John F. Kennedy faced the enormity of the nation's racial crisis. History, law, custom, and politics had buttressed a repressive society that now appeared to be bursting at the seams. By spring 1963, the volume and the demands of black protests could no longer be ignored. Malcolm X observed that it was the specter of black people demonstrating their ability to defend themselves that finally stirred the Kennedy administration to action. But the president was reacting in at least equal measure to states and localities using their power to enforce segregation at all costs. Robert F. Kennedy, the 37-year-old U.S. Attorney General, was the administration's chief official in the area of civil rights. Since he took office in January 1961, escalating protests and defiance of court orders in the South had tested the reach of federal power. The early efforts of the Attorney General and his staff to enforce school desegregation and prosecute officials who refused to register black voters had far surpassed the record of previous administrations, but Kennedy's actions seemed overly cautious and politically calculated to those facing the brunt of Southern lawlessness and violence.